Good evening. Tonight is the October 22nd meeting of the Lowell Conservation Commission. We are starting off with all new business tonight, a request for determination of applicability. Keith Soar of 15 Leverett Street of Lowell. Project location is 36 Shirley Ave. An RDA has been filed by Keith Soar to construct an addition at 36 Shirley Avenue. The entirety of the work will take place within the FEMA 100-year floodplain. Good evening.
How are you?
Good. Can you tell us a little bit about your project?
Yeah, the client of mine just want to expand the kitchen a little bit bigger, so we just run the.
1 second. Sorry, you're not Keith.
I am Keith.
Oh, you are. Okay.
I'm a contractor.
Okay. Very good. And your address, please.
My address 15 Leverett Street.
Great. Thank you. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm apply for the permit to do the additions on the kitchen area because kitchen so small, so you want to expand it out a little bit, but just run, wherever the jog out on the property, we just run along that. I believe the jog out was 5.7 feet, and we just run back toward the streets like approximately 8 feet. That's all it is, and I got the survey done already, and we met everything, all the setback and all that stuff.
There's a lot of information missing from a plan in order for us to allow you to construct a building inside of the flood zone.
Okay.
Typically, we recommend that this goes to engineering for design. The reason for that is because when you're constructing new structures inside of a flood zone, you are creating displacement of water, of the foundation walls and everything inside of it, as the water's not going into that space anymore in the case of a flood, right? So your ground is here, right? Something like that. And your flood zone is here, right? So now we've got this triangular space of water that needs to be compensated for at other places on site. So basically the volume of this portion of the building needs to be removed from a different portion of the site. There's one part that's a little tricky to understand, and that's for the top foot of that section, that volume needs to be displaced. We need to create compensation at the same 1 foot elevation somewhere else on the site. The next foot, a little smaller, right, in that triangle, needs to be recreated at that same 1 foot elevation somewhere on the site. We've run into cases where there is no soil to remove anywhere else on site, which is why a grading plan with some topographic measurements is really important for us to show that you understand exactly what soil needs to be removed.
Okay. My plan was to call just 1 foot, and we have no foundation wall, anything in it, just one pier, and that's all.
One pier?
Yes, sir.
I misunderstood your drawing.
No foundation wall, nothing at all, just a pier itself.
How many are we talking about?
Just one 12.
One footing? You're going to build an addition on 1 footing?
Yeah, but everything all attached to the old house. Everything's all attached to it. There's a beam going to attach to it. Okay. And just 1 footing, just right in the corner, the front corner is going to be my footing, and all the beam going to run on top of the footing, attached to the house, and attached to the other side of the house.
I understand. You've got like an inside corner?
Yes.
And you want to
just one
make
post.
It square?
Yes, just one post in there. That's all I'm asking for.
Do you know the elevation of the bottom of the framing of the rest of the structure?
It's going to be off the ground roughly 2.5 feet, close to 3 feet, maybe.
What's important to know is that it is higher than the flood zone elevation, because one pier, I think we could probably
Just one pier.
So that should be not an issue.
Okay.
But once we start talking about, right, here's your pier.
Yep.
And your post.
Yep.
Right? And then your bottom of your framing ties into your house.
Yes.
If the flood zone is here
Yep.
in the post, then it's almost nothing that we're talking about putting in the flood zone.
Yes.
If the flood zone's up here over your framing, then now we're talking about the post and all the framing. So I don't know where the flood zone is in relationship to your building.
I believe that flood zone is an F1 flood zone. I'm not sure, but I think that's what it is.
Say that again?
I'm not sure. I think that's an F1 flood zone. That's what I checked last time.
Yeah.
Brad, he has to provide the base flood elevation. It's not noted anywhere.
Yeah.
But I know that it's not up high because the house is only it's about 3-4 step up. You know, I mean, the house is built and then 3-4 step going up, and I'm just going up toward that. So roughly 2.5 feet to 3 feet. You know, that's what we're looking for right now.
The base flood elevation, the flood line, has nothing to do with where the house is in relationship to the ground.
Yeah.
It's has to do with the volume of the open space in the rest of the whole area,
I understand.
right? So it could be over the top of the house.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
And so confirmation of the existing the existing structure compared to that base flood elevation to confirm that we're really only talking about putting one footing and post in the flood zone is the bare minimum here that we need to confirm before we can approve this.
Okay. So what's the next step?
Well, I think that anytime we're talking about getting real elevations confirmed, we need to talk about engineering.
Okay.
So other than the base flood elevation, is there anything else that we should direct?
No, just base flood elevation's fine, if it's only one pier that he's putting in.
Just one pier. Just 12-inch one pier, and that's all.
You're going 4 feet down, correct?
Yes.
With a 12-inch diameter.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, if that's all if the flood line's somewhere up that post, then it's fine. It's a non-issue, really. It's a de minimis addition to the flood zone. There are elevations of catch basins and drain manholes in the city engineer's database. Any engineer would be able to pretty easily tell you that your flood line is somewhere on that post, or it's into your framing, or it's below the existing ground. If it's below the ground where we're talking about putting that footing, then it's also even less of an issue, right? But I need to know where that flood line is on the existing structure.
Okay. So I need to talk to an engineer for that?
Yes. Any civil engineer or surveyor should be able to tell you this information.
I got the survey done already, but he didn't show me that. I just got a survey done, the Spindle City.
Yeah.
They give me
I would
a survey.
give them a call.
Okay.
Yeah. They'll be able to guide you through this. They'll know exactly what we want. This video is also posted to YouTube, so you can go back and, check any language of any of this stuff, send them the clip.
Okay.
They should know exactly what we're asking for
Okay.
here.
And then we'll come back for the next meeting?
Yeah, so basically, like, if as long as the flood zone is below the bottom of the structure,
Yeah.
I don't see any problem here.
Okay.
It would be an approval as far as, my vote. So if you can confirm that elevation,
Okay.
then we can move forward.
All right. Thank you.
So after he contacts them, he'll get in touch with our office. Are you going to be contacting them within the next couple weeks?
I'm gonna call them tomorrow.
Okay.
I'm gonna call the Spindle City tomorrow, see if they can, either they're gonna do it or gonna tell me to go talk to someone else. But I will talk to them tomorrow.
I'm sure you're here because you're trying to get this in the ground.
Early.
You're trying to do this work this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay. So there's a meeting in 2 weeks. It would be the
November 12th.
3 weeks. Our next meeting is November 12th.
Okay.
So we would ask your okay to continue to that meeting,
Okay.
at which point you can, you have the time till then to gather this information.
Okay.
That all right?
Yes.
Can I get a motion to continue?
I'll make a motion to continue to the November 12th meeting.
I'll second it.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right.
Aye.
So we'll see you in a couple weeks.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good night.
You as well. Our next up is a notice of intent. New England Power Company, 170 Data Drive in Waltham. This one is pending a Mass DEP file number. Project location 32 to 41 Rice Avenue. An NOI has been filed by the New England Power Company to make accessway improvements and construct a stormwater detention basin at 3241 Rice. All work is within the 100-foot buffer zone of a bordering vegetated wetland and within bordering land subject to flooding. Gentlemen, because we don't have a DEP file number, I'd like to hear your brief presentation, hopefully today. We'll have to rehash this again at our next meeting. It is a public hearing, so I would ask that you present a second time. So just if there's something you want to give us tonight to introduce, that'd be fine. But given that it is a public hearing, I would like the opportunity for the public to hear the full presentation.
Absolutely. Yeah, sounds great. And I know there were some questions from the commission too, so we're happy to discuss those and answer those that are presented to us. So my name's Kellen Kontowitz from VHB on behalf of the applicant, New England Power, and then Tim Sullivan from New England Power is here as well to help answer any questions. So essentially, this is a driveway improvement project. It leads to the Meadowbrook substation number 16 in Chelmsford. So this project's on the Chelmsford-Lowell line, and part of the driveway is located in Lowell that we are proposing to improve, to pave, grade, and then also construct a stormwater basin in Lowell and then also in Chelmsford, but in Lowell. So we're providing essentially the stormwater compliance within the city of Lowell. And so the address, as mentioned, it's 32 and 41 Rice Ave. That is it's the NAI Entertainment Holdings parcel. So this is located right north of the I-495 and Route 3 interchange. And as mentioned, proposed resources in the area are bordering vegetated wetland with the Meadowbrook, and then bordering land subject to flooding or the 100-year floodplain. And so we are proposing the driveway is within both the 100-foot buffer zone to bordering vegetated wetland and floodplain. And so we called out two wetlands on site. Wetland 1 is to the north. It's a scrub shrub and emergent wetland. And then wetland 2 to the south is also an emergent wetland. And the existing driveway is about 16 to 20 feet in width. And as mentioned, we're suggesting to do some minor widening, grading, and paving. And we are impacting floodplain about a little over 2,000 square feet and then a little over 2,000 cubic feet, where we are proposing compensatory flood storage for the flood storage that's being impacted between contours 103 and 104. And then also within the 100-foot buffer zone, we're just under 12,000 square feet of impact. We propose erosion and sediment controls as part of this project. So temporary stabilization, permanent seeding, sweeping and dust management as needed, erosion control barriers, and then inlet protection. And that's it for my presentation. Happy to answer questions and I know we received a few questions from you, so happy to address those and provide supplemental materials as needed.
Yeah, you want to start by going through that comment list from staff?
Sure. Yeah, absolutely. I know a planting plan was asked for. That was not prepared as part of the filing, so we're happy to look into that and provide. The area itself does have a few mature trees and some vegetation surrounding it, so there would be some sort of vegetation work proposed in order to construct the stormwater basin and the compensatory flood storage area. Seed mix was also asked for in our, I believe is provided with the commission. New England Power has a best management guidance form or package that we adhere to, and there is a conservation seed mix that we typically use for for seeding areas within resource areas and buffer zones. I believe a demolition plan was asked for as well. We're not proposing to demolish anything. That's going to be happening in Chelmsford. We're just proposing improvements to the driveway. And then existing conditions, I believe there's one in the stormwater report. We can forward along to the commission as well. And I know it might have been today, a stormwater permit with the city was asked for. So that's something we can certainly look into providing as well.
That's separate from us, certainly.
Yeah.
The rest seems reasonable, standard operating. I know what happens when we try to get National Grid to do something other than exactly what they want to do. So I don't have a whole lot of questions here. To me, it seems pretty standard.
What are the existing conditions? It's like gravel road?
Yes, yeah, it's currently a gravel road approximately 16 to 20 feet wide. And it's, I guess, yeah, gravel road's the best way to describe it. There's vegetation on either side of it and then kind of wetlands just beyond that.
And you're looking to pave it same width?
So there's going to be, it's proposed to be 20 feet in width, final condition. So it ranges from 16 to 20 feet existing. So there would be some minor widening in some areas, but predominantly it's going to be the same width in there.
And you're proposing non-permeable, right, versus what's there currently? Like
I
cement?
believe we're proposing.
Yes, okay. That's how I read that?
Okay, yeah,
Okay. 'Cause
Will there
it looked
be
pretty run
tree
down.
removal with the widening?
possibly with the widening, certainly with the stormwater basin and compensatory flood storage, there would have to be tree removals.
All right. Anyone else?
When do you think you'll have that additional information submitted?
Our attempt is to do it as soon as possible. Do you know, is there a lead time in order to, ahead of the next hearing? Is it a week in advance?
We typically ask for a week. Yeah,
Okay, gotcha. And the next hearing's the 12th?
that's correct.
Okay. I mean, we would attempt to meet those conditions. It's possible we might not be able to. So if it's possible, I'll follow up afterwards.
Yeah, so we would continue you to the next meeting. If you want to continue further, you just send an email. You don't have to show up and do it in person.
Perfect. Yeah, that'd be preferred.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
So we have an open public hearing as we're continuing. Any other comments? Then a motion to continue.
Motion to continue to the November 12th meeting?
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, thank you. See you in a couple weeks.
Yeah, thank you all. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Next up, we have an emergency certification, City of Lowell, 109 Wood Street. An emergency certification was issued on October 7th. The applicant replaced a 6-inch sewer line to prevent a backflow into the property. I don't really know that we have anything to do here. Anybody want to discuss it before we ratify?
Yeah, so the work's been completed?
Correct me if I'm wrong, but I understood that the work was already completed because the sewage was backing up and it needed to be done immediately.
So it's already been completed, yeah.
Is my understanding.
Yeah, and
Okay.
it was a while ago, so I hope it was.
Yeah.
So we're just looking for a motion to ratify. All right, I'll make that motion to ratify the emergency certification.
I'll second that.
All in favor?
Aye.
All right, ratified. We have the 10-8 minutes for approval.
I'll make a motion to approve the meeting minutes.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
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 And I'd like to continue this election of officers until we have more of us.
I agree. I'll continue that to the next meeting.
Second motion.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
All right, and one more, unless there's any comments. All good.
All right, motion to adjourn.
Second that.
Good night. Thank you, everybody.